Hello bros and welcome to SFX0 BroFive production. Next part is Sakura MMO 2. Start for what? Start corner right here. So let's continue from here. With this declaration, Aislinn pulls me down into the bed with her. Her arms wrap around my waist like I'm some kind of teddy bear. Her legs are ensnared with mine, ensuring I can't move, and her hand is resting against my chest. I am not one to get flustered easily, especially not by the embraces of other women, but I'm usually the one who initiates the said embraces. I rarely get pulled into them myself. This is all wrong. This isn't how it should be. I'm the one who should be in control. How did I let this one sleepy, spoiled rich girl get the better of me? Hey, Aislinn, get a hold of yourself. I tried to push the girl away, but... You're kidding me, right? Aislinn's eyes are closed, her lips are pursed, and it looks like she's fast asleep. There's a small smile on her face, and she looks so peaceful I feel guilty if I woke her. Not knowing what else to do, I cast a helpless look at Aislinn's maid. Aofi, could you give me a hand here? Oh my. Aofi, however, makes no attempt to separate me from Aislinn. Instead, she only watches, staring. I always knew my lady was a cuddler. She used to cling to me all the time when she was young, but I thought she had grown out of it by now. Perhaps she was suppressing her urges this whole time. That's all well and good, but can't you get her off me? She must be breaking any number of taboos. Indeed, you're right. I should separate the pair of you, but... But what? I haven't seen my lady look so relaxed in a long time. She's been so stressed over this dreadful business with her missing necklace. I think she deserves a good night's sleep for once. I might be getting sentimental in my old age, but I just don't have the heart to come between you. Well, find the heart. She's crushing my arm. Iofi grins ominously. Do you mean to say, Violet, you cannot handle my lady's affection? You are a self-proclaimed adventurer. I'm sure you've been in situations far more perilous than this before. Why you... That old bat. For all she talks about manners and etiquette, she's obviously getting a huge kick out of this. Now then, I hope you two have a sweet dreams. But what about my companion? What are you going to tell Fionn and Ellery and Neve? Especially Neve. If she finds out I spent the night calling with Aislinn, she'll be livid. But Aofi only smiles enigmatically. Oh, don't worry about that. I am worrying. I'll take care of everything for you. Violet, it'll be alright, I promise. You just enjoy yourself with Lady Aislinn. I'm counting on you to help her get some proper rest. The gods know the poor dear deserves it. She really has been having a hard time lately. This might be the last chance I get to relax. And so in the end I spent the night in Aislinn's bed. The young lady's arms and legs are so thoughtfully intertwined with mine I can barely breathe, and it's impossible to praise her off. I suppose I could always hit her with a spell, then slip out of the embrace in the confusion. But that might cause her serious harm. I don't like being cuddled quite this tightly. I'm a girl, not a stuffed toy, but I don't dislike it the extent that I want to hurt Aislinn. Instead, I try to bear it. It could be worse. I tell myself at least she smells good and she doesn't snore and she's pretty. But I still can't sleep. Aislinn's embrace is far too warm. I thought it was because we were still wearing clothes, but now I'm starting to wonder. The heat radiating from Aislinn's body is intense. She's far hotter than any normal human. I don't mean in terms of her looks. I press my forehead against Aislinn, experiment, trying to gauge just how warm she is, and I draw back as thought I've been stung. My forehead is burning. Her temperature is high. She could have some kind of fever. But Aislinn's face remains easy and relaxed as she sleeps. She isn't gasping for air, and her face isn't red. She's not even sweating. She's just warm. Unnaturally so. Why is that? Does she have a medical condition? I look at her curiously, my eyes narrowed, as though this might help me understand her. Perhaps she senses me staring because her eyelids are slowly open, her lips purse. Violet? That's me. I'm glad. Aislinn snuggles a little closer to me, nuzzling her cheek against my own. I was afraid you were going to leave. I can't leave, not with your arms wrapped around me so tightly. I wanted to go, I'd have to break them. You wouldn't really hurt me, would you? I can't deny I haven't thought about it, but I think I feel too guilty. You're too pretty to injure. Not that I have any compactions against injuring pretty girls, in fact. It's one of my favorite pastimes. It's far more enjoyable, however, when the one being hurt is able to derive some pleasure from it. I think Aislinn might be a little too soft, despite her inhuman strength, to actively enjoy being abused. She's not like Neve. I'm glad you think I'm pretty. Serene never told me that. But isn't he supposed to be your fiancé? That's right, but I don't know if he really likes me. Though Aislinn's eyes are open and she engaged in conversation, I don't think she's really awake. Her words are slurred and her eyes only half open. She is vulnerable, defenseless. Maybe if I hear in her sleepy state I can get some useful information out of her. She'd be too embarrassed to share with me otherwise. What about you? Do you like Serene? I don't know. He's so serious and he's so stuck up. He's never liked my family either. I think he was glad when my parents died. He went to their funeral, but he didn't look very sad. When did your parents die? It was a long time ago. I was only 7 years old. And how did it happen? We were returning to Linton after visiting a relative in Moutier. It was dark and we had to go through the forest to get back. I was asleep and then I was woken up by a horrible noise. Bandits? No. If it was bandits, they would have been so cruel. It was wolves. They attacked our carriage and killed our horses. They killed our driver too. Then they got my father and my mother. But you survived. That's right, I was lucky. The sun started to rise and it scared the wolves away. They ran back into the trees and they left the carriage. They left me all alone. My parents were dead, but I was still alive. Aislinn sniffs. Sometimes I wish they killed me too. But they didn't. You're still here and you need to be strong. I run my fingers through the young lady's hair. Your parents sacrificed themselves to save you. I'm sure they'd be very upset if their beloved daughter died despite their efforts. That's what Iofi says. She feels so guilty that she wasn't with us on that day and she couldn't help us. Iofi loved my mother and my father. She would have done anything for them. And I'm sure she'd do anything for you too. That's right. She's horrible She's a horrible nag sometimes, but I know she does it because she cares. And the last surviving member of the Shastian family. I have to act like a perfect lady so I don't disgrace the memories of my parents. I have to preserve my family's reputation. I have to do my duty. And that's why you're going to marry Serene? That's right. My family is in debt and I have no way to make more money. I thought if I married into the estate family they'd be able to help me. I need them to help me. They're the only ones I can turn to, though I know they look down on me. Secretly, I think Serene despises me. But you're still going to marry him. I have to. If I don't marry him, my house will be taken away from me, and all my parents' lovely things. This is the only choice I have. I see. This does sound complicated. Being a noble sounds like a massive headache. Actually, if it was me there, I wouldn't even hesitate to offer her all the money to pay the debt. I wouldn't hesitate. That's the thing. I like to help people however I can. And you need a diamond necklace for the wedding ceremony. No, that isn't right. The necklace is even more important than that. Then what do you need it for, if not the wedding? I need it because it's precious to me. If I don't have that necklace, if I can't get it back, I'd rather die. On the surface, Aislinn's words sound like pretty melodrama. What girl needs is a piece of jewelry, even if it's a very pretty one. Diamond necklaces are luxurious, not essentials. But Aislinn, despite being hopeless, sounds so very serious, I'm starting to wonder. What if she really does need that necklace to keep living? But what does that mean? Aislinn. Hey Aislinn. I have more questions I want to ask her, but... Oh, I see. Aislinn's eyelashes are shut and her lips are pursed. Her chest is rising and falling gently. She's fallen asleep again. I wonder if she remembers our little late night chat tomorrow. Somehow I doubt that. I just need to remember this conversation for the both of us. I'm sure there's an important clue in her words. I just don't know what it is. The next morning. As she is slightly in her large luxurious bed, her long dark eyelashes flutter. For the first time, her iron death grip around me relaxes. Finally I can breathe. I forgot just how delicious the air could taste, especially after being shinsed in around the waist for this frightening girl for a good 8 hours. I slip out from her grasp and take a seat on the side of her bed. During the night I used my magic to transform to my peasant's garb into my night clothes. I did the same to Aislinn, turning her gown into a rather fetching set of underwear. I thought wearing a few less items of clothing might make it a bit easier for the pair of us to sleep. Not that I got much rest either way. Oh well, at least I got to look at Aislinn's shapely body all night. I guess that counts as a bonus, right? What's going on? Aislinn looks at me leerily, blinking with white spots away from her vision. I'm not sure if she can see me clearly yet. I probably look blurry around the edges. I thought I was in the drawing room with Iofi, but then oh, don't you remember? What? Violet? That's right. But this is my bedroom, isn't it? That's right. At least it was the last time I checked. But I never invited anybody into my bedroom before. Nobody allowed to come in here other than myself and Iofi. Ah, what a pure, sheltered girl. She is so naive, it's almost making my heart flutter. Does that mean you never had an amorous encounter with the opposite sex? What? Of course not. I'm a noble lady. That would be highly improper, and anyway, I'm not really that interested in boys, not if they're like Siren. Oh really? Then do you prefer the attention of a pretty woman? I don't really know. I've been cooped up inside this house for most of my life, and I never had the chance to experiment. So is that what you were doing with me earlier? Experimenting? No, I don't know. You mean you don't think I'm pretty? That isn't true. I do think you're pretty. I think you're ever so pretty. No, not just that. You're beautiful. Beautiful? Well, I appreciate it. You're not so very unattractive yourself. Particularly in those night clothes I picked out for her. Hey, Aislinn. Has Aislinn ever realized how little she's wearing yet? Maybe she's so sleepy the full implication of her skimpy attire have yet to hit her. Well, since I'm such a nice, kind, caring woman, I suppose it's my duty to help her along a little. I wonder. What is it? Is that why you dragged me into bed with you last night? Huh? What are you talking about? I don't really remember much of last night. You told me about the necklace and you said you still hadn't found it. I tried to calm myself down, but my head started swimming and everything went black. So you even erased the events of last night from your memory. How convenient. I didn't do anything bad to you, did I? Well, that depends on what you mean by bad. I didn't really mind, though. I suspect Neve might, but I was rather surprised. Surprised? You look like such a demure, well-bred lady. I didn't expect you to be quite so forceful. I must say I was very surprised when you pulled me down into your bed with you. I tried to get away, but you were much too strong for me. You wrapped your arms around me and refused to let me go. I had to spend all night with you, just the two of us, our bodies pressed close together. And if that wasn't enough, you even stripped my clothes off me. I haven't had such a steamy night in a while. Steamy? I still don't know precisely what I did, but I'm sorry. If I didn't find tormenting pretty girls so much fun, I would probably relent now, but unfortunately I do enjoy teasing girls. The prettier the better. Aislinn had her fill with my body last night, so now it's my turn to amuse myself with hers. I'm never going to let her live this down. Sorry, is that all you have to say for yourself? I don't know what you mean. Is a verbal apology not sufficient to excuse the pains I put you through? Of course not. You clung to me all night, and the thing you did to my pure innocent body. Things? What things? What did I do? I don't know if I should tell you. This kind of talk isn't suitable so early in the morning. Oh, please, don't trail off like that. Please tell me. I don't know what I did, and I can't make it right unless I know what happened. Well, let's just put it like this. I think you must have explored every inch of me there is to explore. I'm completely defiled now. It's a good thing I'm not planning on being married, because the things you did to me were sinful enough to turn any wedding gown pitch black. Aislinn opens and closes her mouth, trying to search for something to say, but ultimately comes up blank. How can she explain the events of last night? It's not possible. And so it is with a loud wail. Alright, I think maybe in the uncensored version of this game, more than just sleep happened. Because the uncensored version add a lot of extra things. Ah! That's so embarrassing. I really am so very, very sorry. The esteemed head of Shastian family, Lady Aislinn, throws herself down on her bed and buries her face in her pillow. I have to spend the next 30 minutes reassuring Aislinn that nothing scandalous really happened between us. All she did was cuddle me, and I was only teasing. I apologize for poking fun at her. I just couldn't help it. You're too adorable for your own good, and Aislinn seems to accept it. At least I think she does. Her eyes are still full of residual tears. It's hard to tell. After that, the two of us get dressed. I often helps Aislinn into a new gown, which coincidentally looks like the one she wore yesterday, but I don't have any maids to wait on me. I use my own magic to transform my night clothes into an adventurous garb. It's simply a process, but it's quite peculiar. Lately I've grown used to neat brushing my hair and tying my laces at my corsets. Being without her, even for one morning, is... Well, I don't really know what to answer here. I'm gonna say pretty lonely. Pretty lonely. It's not like I need to help me presentable, but I do enjoy her company. When she isn't muttering death threats about those she believes have wronged me, needs quite a good conventionalist too. My mornings feel empty without her in them. I come to rely on my maid more than I ever thought I would. When Aislinn and I are ready, we leave her bedroom and enter the drawing room, where I met with the three familiar faces. Why hello, did you girls miss me? I don't know if miss is the correct word, but I'm pleased to see you once more, Violet. This means we can once more return to the quest at hand. Business like usual, Larry replies in a cool, calm tone and befitting a knight. Well, at least she accompanies her words with a smile, albeit a very small one. That's something. You're looking pretty happy this morning. Naturally, it's because she had a good bed rest, her very head in, rather than the lumpy, scratchy mattress of that so-called inn. I'm pleased Violet spent the night in this grandiose home. It's nothing less than what she deserves. Fiona thoughts and shakes her head. Oh, gentle, sweet Neve. What is it? Did you really think the bed's only reason why Violet looks so happy? I fail to see what other reason would contribute to her happiness. It ain't just the bed, silly, it's what you do in them. Sleep? Heh, now you're being dense on purpose. I'm willing to bet Violet and Aislinn had a very good night last night, if I know what I mean. No, I don't. Would you mind elaborating, Fion? Well, sure, if you really want me to. You know how Violet is with pretty girls, she can't keep her hands off them. But that as it may, I think Violet has more decorum than that. She doesn't throw herself on girls intensely, she wouldn't. What makes you so sure of that? I trust her. Violet already has me. She shouldn't need to get into bed with every girl she sees, even if that girl bed is a very soft and nice and large. No, I think you're misunderstanding. Violet wasn't the one who indicated any advances. I haven't been sleeping well lately, and I've been very stressed about the business with the necklace. I realize there are poor excuses, and I'm sorry for causing a rift between you, but it seems that I insisted on using Violet as a pillow last night so I could get some sleep. I only cuddled her. Nothing scandalous happened, I assure you. After all, I am a lady. It was still wrong of me, however. I should have controlled my impulses. I apologize. I just hope you can forgive me. So that's how it is it? Theon scratches her cheek with her index finger. Yes, I was wrong then. Of course you were. Like I said, Violet has morals. I mean, Neve isn't wrong about that, but my morals are often shaky at best. The truth is a little dry. She was the victim in this case, not the perpetrator. I think you should apologize for making such a baseless assumption, Theon. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I guess I owe you a gold coin, Larry. What is about coins? It's nothing for you to concern yourself about. We merely placed a small bet. You were betting on whether or not I'd sleep with Aislinn. I suppose we were, yes. Now this is an interesting development. I would have expected that kind of behavior from Theon, but from you too, Larry? You're supposed to be a knight. Since when do a knight indulge in excesses like gambling? I didn't really want to. Theon beggared me into it, and I thought I might as well. It was the only way to keep her quiet. I can't say I like this discovery. No novel thought it is. If Theon and Larry really respected me, they would have made bets like this, would they? What should I do? Scold Larry for encouraging Theon. Commemorate Larry for putting up with Theon. So you were trying to place the puppy, were you? Indeed. Hey, I'm not a puppy. Silent girl. Grr. Theon glares at me and grits her teeth together. I think she's only proving her point. So, as I was the victor of this bet, do you have my gold coin on hand, Theon? Well, about that. I'm kind of hurting a little for capital at the moment. If you come back later, however, I'm sure I'll be able to pay up, I promise. Typical. This is why I didn't want to gamble with you in the first place. For one thing, gambling is a vice that should be encouraged, and for another, I knew you would never be able to pay me back. I never should have trusted you. But we're supposed to be teammates. We're meant to trust one another. I might trust you with my back during a battle, but I absolutely would not trust you with anything related to money. I'm not particularly fond of thieves. But I ain't a thief, at least not any more. Theon catches eye of his eye. And the elderly maid with wiry grey hair is frowning. I mean, I was never a thief to begin with. I come from a decent, upstanding family and all. Ha ha. What a poor liar. Anyway, now the four of us have been reunited, and we know for the fact Violet's virtue is safe. If Neve really thinks my virtue is safe, then she have a nasty surprise later. I think we should get a move on. We only have one more day to find the necklace, and time waits for no man. One more day. Aislinn bites her lower lip. Violet, can I ask you something? Ask away. It might sound impertinent, but I would like to accompany you in the search to find my missing necklace. But my lady, you can't. Your place is inside the walls of this house, where I can keep you safe, not out in the streets where you would the people say. I don't care what the people say, Iofi. I spent my whole life afraid of what other people might say about me, but no more. You should know better than anybody that the people of this city will say worse things about me, much worse things if I can't find that necklace. I know that, my lady, but the necklace is important to me. I need to find it. No matter what, I can't let it to slip into the wrong hand, or we'll be in great danger. These adventurers are searching hard for my sake, but it isn't right. It's not how it should be. I'm the one who needs the necklace. I should be searching for it too. I want to help them. I have to. Aislinn's fingers rest against her chest just above her heart. I thought I can't hear her heart beating, so she's too far away, and we're not curled up together like we were last night. I'm sure it's partly like that of our frenzied animals. That's how much the necklace means to her. That's how desperately she wants to find it. I know this is sudden, and perhaps I'm not welcome amongst you, but can I come with you? Would that be alright? There's always a chance you may slow us down. I doubt you're accustomed to walking long distances. It's true, my constitution is rather weak, but I'm serious about it. I'll endure the pain, I endure whatever it takes, so please? I'm not sure what to say. Under normal circumstances I say no, but hey, why not? The more the merrier. But she could get hurt. Like you care about her getting hurt. You're just worried she calls you up to Violet, ain't you? No, that isn't it. I'm not worried, and I'm certainly not jealous. I just don't want to put an innocent girl like this in harm's way. If we do find the thief who took the necklace, we may need to fight them. I doubt this girl has any training in hand-to-hand combat. Neither have I, and I mean not properly. That's different. You're not a lady. How rude. I'm plainly a lady, even if I don't wear fancy clothes and put on an air's grace. I'm sorry for putting you in a difficult position. I understand you decide to refuse my selfish request. It isn't selfish. You said you wanted to help us, didn't you? That's right. I tried my best, madam. Madam, is it? It's been a while since I was treated with such respect. I think you might make a worthwhile addition to our team. You should improve our morale at the least, but at the end of the day, it isn't my decision to make. What do you think, Violet? Hilaire looks at me, so do Neve and Fionn. I will defer to your superior judgment. What is your verdict? Aislinn's so cute. Can we keep her? Can we keep her? Well, she certainly sounds passionate. I like that. I smile at Aislinn. Her hands are clasped together at her chest in prayer, and she is suddenly mounting what looks like a please, please, please. Her determination can't be faulted. For a lady who wears fancy clothes and lives in a fancy mansion, she is more stubborn than she looks. Heh, this isn't fair. How can I fight against one of my biggest weaknesses? I can't refuse the request of a pretty girl. And so, with the size of our group increased by 1, the 5 of us searched the streets for possible clues. We split up into 4 groups. Neve, Fionn, and Hilaire go alone, but I accompany Aislinn as a noble. She stand out too much canvassing the cobblestone streets on her own, and I wouldn't want her to get into danger. It's a warm day. The hours go by slowly. The sunlight starts burning the top of Aislinn's head, her exposed shoulders, but she refuses to stop and sit down. Like she promised, she doesn't slow me down. In fact, she throws herself into questioning the people on the streets with such fervor. I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one slowing her down. All of Aislinn's best efforts, however, are for naught. The five of us eventually reconvene in the afternoon outside the guild. We share what news we uncovered, which turns out to be very little. We're no closer to solving the mystery of the missing necklace that we were this morning. Oh no, what are we going to do? The sun is going to set soon, and when that happens, it will be far too late. Hey, don't be so gloomy, lady. The sun's still high in the sky. Look, we have at least 4 more hours, I reckon. 4 hours? Only 4 hours? How can we find my necklace in 4 hours if we don't have any clues? We can't do it. It's not possible. I certainly won't be possible with that attitude. What do you mean? It's rather simple. Asking per the distance indiscriminately may have yielded a few results, but there is one person we haven't asked yet. One person, and who is that? It's somebody who loves to gossip and who prides herself in knowing each and every little thing that happens in Linton. If anybody in the city knows about your missing necklace, this person will. After all, she's one of the first people who learned it was missing in the first place. But who could that be? There's not some sort of spy, are they? I might not be entirely inaccurate to refer her as such. I believe I know who you're getting at. Indeed, it has to be her. I wonder where we didn't ask her for more information earlier. You don't mean? That's right. It's been a while since I last spoke to the guild leader, hasn't it? Why don't we pay maids a visit? I'm sure she'll be delighted to see us again. Information, is it? So you haven't managed to learn anything else about the missing necklace? Regrettably, no. Aislinn herself even joined us in the search. I guess you're the newest member of our team. But we're still at something of a loss. Oh, so my eyes aren't playing tricks on me. Then that is Lady Aislinn. I was wondering who that girl with you was. I thought she looked familiar, but I didn't want to assume. I've never seen you in the guild before, Lady Aislinn. Whenever you have business with me, you always send that maid of yours, Iofi, isn't it? Yes, that's right. Iofi, what a funny name. Well, her name might be a bit of a mouthful, but she is an intimidating woman. She has a nose like a beak and those piercing eyes. I'm surprised you turned out so soft and sweet, Lady Aislinn. Being raised by such a formidable woman, you're as fresh as a flower. Oh, thank you. Nobody ever told me I'm like a flower before. Not even Serene. He's different. I don't think he has a nice thing to say about anybody other than himself. I'm sure he has his reasons, though. People often do. What kind of a girl you are? Trying to find the good in everyone like that. Oh, you really are adorable, and it's an honor to finally meet you. Well, that's the end of this episode. Oh damn, 40 minutes. Well, The clip before this was only 7 minutes long, so it was not so hard to read 40 minutes straight. So at least that's all I have for Sakura MMO 2 this time then, so hit like and subscribe, and see you next time. BroFive!